Hello, everyone. This is Reginald Stinson. I want to welcome you to our special Tuesday Unit of Prosperity Hangout. Let me adjust my camera. I want to welcome you to the Hangout tonight. We have a panel of special guests on here tonight that are basically going to share with you the results they have had thus far with DS Domination and why they are so excited about this amazing opportunity. And also, we're going to be sharing with you what happened at the event we just had in Vegas this past weekend. Before I start passing the torch around the panel here tonight, I want to share with you a little bit about myself, just in case you all don't know. I actually been in DS Domination approximately 9 months. I actually got started with this company with selfish intent in a sense because I didn't have any desire to build a team any longer. Because prior to that, I was involved in different network marketing companies and home-based businesses to where I was able to make money, but my team wasn't. And it reached a point with the previous company I was in prior to joining this one to where the money was feeling like guilt money, which means I felt horrible for taking the money because, you know, people were signing up. But the reality was, with the way that things were structured in that company, that they weren't going to make money more than likely. I mean, it was probably like a 99% failure ratio with the way things were. And I got burned out and tired of that. And I joined DS Domination just for the eBay side of things, selling on eBay because it didn't require me recruiting. So I tested the waters for a weekend, and I actually made $1,100 within my first weekend in profit. And because of that, because of the simplicity of this program and the system, I felt as if I owed it to, which I knew I did, to the people that I've done business with previously, and I owed it to myself to promote something that actually worked to the marketplace. So after doing that, I started promoting the business, and things took off and went viral fairly quickly. And we built the team to well over, I believe, 12,000 something people, probably close to 13,000 people. We have several people on our team that are earning, you know, several $1,000s a month, which has never happened in anything that I've ever been involved with. And we also have several people on our team, I think about 3 or 4, I can't remember, that are top affiliates in the top 10 in the entire company as far as personal sales. And we have one affiliate on here tonight that is one of the top income earners in the entire company, which is Keisha Bass, who is on the panel tonight, which has never happened with anything that I have ever done. So that is a brief story about me. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it around to people who are on this panel, and we are going to start to my right with Miss Yvonne out of Colorado. So Yvonne, tell the world a little bit about yourself and what your experience has been thus far with DS Domination.
Hey, okay, can you hear me and can you see me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Yvonne Anderson, also known as Yvonne from Colorado, and I'm extremely excited to be on tonight's Hangout only because, well, mainly because, I won't say only, mainly because we just got back from the Vegas event, and it was absolutely amazing to meet everyone on the Unit of Prosperity, and I'll tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm so excited just to be a part of this team and this huge company. I got started about 14 years ago in the home business industry, struggled for the first 7 years trying to make some money online. My sister and I finally, she had this bright idea to start eBay and to start drop shipping on eBay back in 2005. And so we had experience doing eBay, was a power seller for about a year and a half. And then unfortunately she passed away, and I closed up my store and started going back to MLM and network marketing while I worked a full-time job. I was an auto loan collector, hated every minute of it, got cursed out on a daily basis because, you know, to force someone to make their car note is not a happy job. And so that's what I did out in corporate America while I did other programs in the home-based business industry. And I struggled. And again, with eBay, it was simple to do back then, and after losing my sister, unfortunately, I ended up going again back to MLM, back to network marketing, and I'm going to fast forward a little bit to today and why I'm here with DS Domination and why I decided to join. back in September, I joined DS Domination, started listing on eBay, and my main reason for wanting to be a part of DS Domination is the no recruiting aspect. I had a huge team in the last program that I was doing, and unfortunately, in this industry, most people fail. And that's what I realized about my team, is that most people couldn't duplicate what I was able to do because I had learned how to recruit from one of my mentors over the years. And so at the time that DS Domination fell into my lap, I was looking for something, a way to just make money on my own without having to see my team struggle. So I am happy and proud to be here now because we have something that anyone can do. I love that I'm seeing my team succeed. I just recruited my 175th person today in personal sales, and just this month of May, I finished out on the eBay side with a little over 15 grand in profit. It was 15.7 for the month. I hit my goal, and I'm just happy to be here. This DS Domination is amazing. If any of you guys are watching this and you're on the fence, just hit the button and join us. I won't take up too much more time. That's it for me, Reginald.
You said you did what?
15.7 this month on eBay. $15,700 in profit on eBay. I just got my 175th personal recruit into DS Domination just today.
Wow, that is amazing. So again, income disclaimer. Your results may vary, guys. We're not guaranteeing any results. These results are not typical. It does require hard work to be able to produce these results. But you were able to make $15,700 in profit.
Yes.
On eBay. Okay, and we get this question, often that some people don't believe that you can actually make that type of money, in e-commerce or on eBay. So approximately how many hours did you spend on a weekly basis to be able to create that income?
Well, I'll tell you, I listed a bunch of items my very first month. My first month was $2,500 in profit, and I've been able to maintain about 1,000 items on my shelf. And I don't work that much I actually have my 17-year-old son helping me with my eBay business. As a matter of fact, I let him and my dad kind of run it for me while I was in Vegas, and they did an awesome job. But it doesn't take very many hours to do this. Myself, I probably, on the eBay side, put in maybe 3 hours a day, and that's because I'm processing orders and just maintaining my stock. But it does not take a lot of time to do this. I am full-time in the industry, so I do, the Facebook marketing and different stuff like that. But on the eBay side, it only takes a few hours a day.
Okay, awesome. And we just had our Vegas event. So what did you take from that Vegas event, and how do you feel after leaving an event like that?
You know what? I can't even describe the feeling. It's an excitement that I've never experienced before, mainly because I got to meet some of my team there. A few people that I actually brought on board were there, and that's never happened before. And just hanging out with just the unit representing like we did, it was an amazing feeling. I'm still on cloud 9 right now as we speak. Again, what I took away from it is that Amazon is one of the best ways to sell, and so I will be tapping into the new DS Genesis program. I did go ahead and purchase that while I was there, and I'm ready to start, taking business from eBay and, doing the Amazon side too. So what I took away with it is that DS Domination is the place to be and is the only company that anybody should be a part of right now. That's my honest and humble opinion.
All right, so that is powerful, and here's what I want you all to really think about, because there's a lot of people that are in DS Domination right now that still may not believe, even after we're showing all this proof that this thing works. But here's the thing, and here's what I want you all to really think about and consider. Now, Yvonne is making 15 grand a month on eBay, and I think you're only using like the elite training, correct?
Elite and pro, yeah. Well, pro and elite, a little bit of both, but yeah.
Elite and pro training, and she's doing that through drop shipping. All right, through drop shipping. So imagine, and honestly, drop shipping is basically entry level when you're talking about e-commerce. So if you can make 15 grand from an entry level strategies pertaining to e-commerce when you're talking about drop shipping, just imagine what the potential is once you really get into Genesis. I mean, that is powerful, guys. I mean, it's powerful. And again, I thank you for jumping out and sharing your story because again, the potential is limitless, and I believe wholeheartedly that Genesis is going to be a product that people can come in and only be customers and become millionaires. It has already been proven. It has already been done. But in regards to, in relation to our product, Genesis is going to create a lot of millionaires in his industry. So again, thank you, Yvonne, for jumping out.
You're
So,
welcome for having me.
oh, no problem, no problem. So next, we're going to go to Coach Torski. How you doing, lady? You're muted.
I'm on now, right?
Yes, you are. So go ahead and
Can you hear me?
loud and clear.
Well, good evening, everyone. I just want to thank. Can you hear me? Okay. So I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to be on the call this evening. And like Yvonne, I am still on my Las Vegas high. The DSD event was off the chain. For anybody that missed it, you missed out, and you need to prepare for next year. And that's certainly a shout out to all of our 70,000 plus members in DS Domination. If you needed an opportunity to really see where the business is going, to see the potential and know that, you know, what we have available now is just literally the tip of the iceberg to what's in store and the many, many lives we're going to change. You're going to do whatever you have to do to get to the next event, whether that be Vegas or I'm betting for someplace tropical. But just so I don't take up too much time this evening, I want to share with you guys a little bit about my success in DS Domination. Unlike Miss Yvonne, I do not have an eBay background. I do not have a network marketing background, but I saw an opportunity as the business opportunity is being shared tonight where the average person could be successful in this thing. And so, you know, I came in at that 1995, that pro level, and I made it a point and I said, okay, if I don't make this thing back within that first month, I'm canceling it. I'm done. It's a scam. I'm not fooling with it anymore. And I posted my first item, I believe, on a Sunday. And by that Tuesday, I'd sold that item and made profit. And then it followed very quickly by the second and third sales. And within that first week, Reginald, I made that $20 back very, very easily. And immediately the light bulb went off, and I knew that this was something special. But more importantly, I knew that it had the ability to change my life financially and to create time and financial freedom that me and my family have never ever experienced before. And so, as I mentioned, I've only been in the business since February 9th, I believe, and I've sold, I think, not, well, this is a new month, but in the month of April, one of my best months, I sold $3,000 total in eBay sales. I have right now about 15 people on my team, and still growing and coaching them to be successful as well. So I know there's nowhere else to go but up. And so for all of you guys on the call trying to figure it out and trying to think about whether or not this opportunity is for you, it is for you. I believe that, and again, I just speak a little bit from my spiritual background. I believe that God puts us in a place and a space and a time for the right reason and the right season. And if ever there was a season that you needed to take advantage of, it's the season that we're in with DS Domination. So don't think about it. It's only $20. I mean, let's be real. We can drop that at Starbucks in one sitting, right? So go ahead and take a chance on you and take a chance on creating a new financial future and new freedom for you and your family. Don't even hesitate. Go ahead and hit the button.
All right, and I appreciate that, guys. And again, if you need a little bit more information, you can hit the yellow button, get more information. If you're ready to get started, hit the green button below this website and make sure that the person who referred you to DS Domination, that they get credit for that sale. Now, back to the question, the same question I asked Yvonne. Now, we just came back from the Las Vegas event. So how do you feel after an event like that, and what did you bring back home from that? What did you take from that event?
For me, the event in Vegas really just solidified my commitment to the business, to my business, and to DSD as that business model or that business train to get me where I needed to go. It confirmed for me that without a shadow of a doubt, this is the real deal. And if anybody wants an opportunity, sees an opportunity to create new future, that this is it. And one of the things that I also brought back was the fact that like you and Keisha and the kind of massive success that you guys had at that event, and certainly you put in the work to create that level of success. I know that anybody listening to this webinar tonight and anybody on this panel with massive action and very laser focused intention can create that same kind of opportunity. So I've got my blinders on, Reginald, and I'm ready to go.
Awesome. Well, thank you for jumping out. She is so eloquent and speaks so great. I really appreciate that. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for coming out. So next, we're going to do this a little different. I'm going to turn it over to Keisha here in a second. But I'm going to jump to David Farrar because I think you have an internet connection. So while you're here, before you get booted off or whatever's going on with your internet, I want to go ahead and jump to you and allow you to tell the world a little bit about yourself and what takeaways did you get from the event that we just had this past weekend in Las Vegas.
All right, thank you, Reggie. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if I do get a little interference here or whatever, let me know. But I couldn't be more excited, man. And I got to tell you, I really am grateful to be aligned with the Unit of Prosperity team, to have found DS Domination when I did. For those of you who don't know me, my name's David Farrar. They call me Denver Dave from the Mile High City. And the last 6 months has been more than incredible. I joined DS Domination back in November, and it's been a spectacular ride. I have never seen such unification, camaraderie, cohesiveness, the locked arm, step-by-step work that we do as a unit here in the Unit of Prosperity. So I really am proud to be aligned with all of you that are in DS Domination. So real quick, a little bit about myself. I've been in network marketing for quite some time. I didn't start to get serious about it until around 2004 when the internet really came of age and broadband became more commonplace. Facebook began to take off. A lot of what you saw with network marketing really made an attempt to merge with the internet and the ability to communicate on the internet in real time. Prior to that, I had done a lot of belly-to-belly network marketing. I've built teams. I've had moderate successes, and like you said early on, Reggie, I had a lot of guilt money because I could recruit, I could sponsor, and as you know, nearly every network marketing company requires you to be a strong networker to the point where sponsoring is the only way you're going to make money. And so I did have that same guilt money kind of feeling that, well, wait a minute, you know, I'm doing pretty good and I have my eye on the prize for what this industry promises. We know this industry creates more millionaires than any other industry on the planet. And that vision is set for me, and I believe in the industry a great deal in terms of the network marketing industry and what it is doing for people and can do for anyone that really applies themselves. But I had a lot of guilt money around myself because I knew, well, if I'm doing pretty good and I know my team isn't really sponsoring, then it's really hard to feel good about that. You know, I just couldn't really feel good about a lot of those companies that require all of that sponsoring in order for you to make any money. You know, the average person sponsors maybe 2 people in the industry. So I've been in a lot of different companies. I got to tell you, I've had some good successes. I've run into companies that have been total shams, okay? Everybody knows that there's a lot of money games out there on the internet, a lot of these, you know, matrices and cyclers, and every time you turn around, there's a new program out there. And, you know, I really started to get some footing in the industry to, you know, really gain some successes, and then that company might falter or fall under. I actually was a part of what was called it was a club that taught you how to make money online. It was everything from affiliate marketing, teaching you how to get out there and do SEO, search engine optimization, and how to, you know, promote products online. So I really started getting some footing around 2006, 2007 in a club, which is where I met my sponsor, Kerry George, Mr. Excitement. So we've been really close and tight ever since. You know, the club dissipated because the mentor, the founder of the club, he passed away. We all kind of went our separate ways, but we stuck hard, fast within the industry. And even though we went our separate ways, Kerry and I remained really tight over the years. And so, come full circle to November, I had just left a company that really went under, and it really was a painful downfall for that company. Nothing makes you feel worse than you bring somebody into a business and that business goes under. It just leaves you feeling even worse. You already feel bad the company dropped, but then you brought people in the company and they lost money. So nevertheless, I was on that first initial call with DS Domination, heard Roger's voice for the first time in September, and I started to join. And something told me to kind of just wait. And so I waited and just kind of wanted, because I have never sold on eBay before. Okay, I'm brand new to eBay. So I waited and I kept my eye on it because, you know, it's eBay, right? So next thing I know, I get a call from Kerry and he says, "Hey Dave, have you heard of DS Domination?" And I said, "Yeah, I have heard of it." I said, "But right now, I just left the company. I'm still feeling the sting of that company falling apart. So I'm not ready to do anything right now." So I went ahead and looked closer at DS Domination again. And said, "Man, you know what? I think I can do this. I'm going to try this. I mean, it's only $20. It's a $20 business decision, right? Just to try it and see what would happen." So I called Kerry back. I said, "Hey, listen, send me your link. I'm going to go ahead and try this thing." I listed an item probably about a week later because it was around November, my birthday, the holiday, Thanksgiving. So I was, you know, delayed in watching the videos. So I watched the videos and I listed a few items and I went over to the golf course cross street from my house. Before I got to the first tee box, I heard my phone cha-ching. And I'd never sold on eBay, so I was freaking out like, oh no, do I need to go ship this item right now? So I was rushing through the golf round and my buddies were like, "What are you doing? Why are you in a hurry? Why? You're not even with us right now. What's going on?" So I was, needless to say, you don't have to ship right away. So when I got home, I went ahead, shipped the item, and from there I could see the vision. From there I understood what we had our hands on. From there I knew that they could have charged me way more than $20 to get me in DS Domination to learn this e-commerce. So once I started cha-chinging, the cha-chingings have not stopped. I've done really well on the eBay side as well as on the affiliate side. I've sponsored over 150 people. I just started the Amazon side with the Monopoly side. I just started it like 3 weeks ago, and I've done about $3,000. I've done about $1,000 in sales a week since then. So I was making sales like crazy at the event. I kept showing people my phone that, man, this Amazon side of this thing is even better than the eBay side as far as that immediately fast flowing, cha-chinging, that cash flow coming in. So I couldn't be more excited. The event was spectacular. Guys, if you're not DS Domination, you are making a big mistake to look elsewhere. I mean, we're talking about $20 to get started learning the e-commerce industry, which is enormous in scope. We're talking about a worldwide consumer market. So if you're not in DSD, get in. Back to you, Reg.
I like the way you closed that out, man. You know that was pretty sweet. But anyway, guys, you know the thing about this, you know, because I know we're talking to a lot of network marketers out there that are watching this hangout, is that they don't really understand the power of e-commerce. And the thing that I love most about DS Domination is the fact that you got your hands on a recession-proof business, which means that it really doesn't matter what the economy is doing. You are positioning yourself in an industry that's recession-proof, because regardless to what people's bank accounts look like, regardless to how much money they make, people are going to find a way to shop and to buy something. All right, and that's just the reality of the situation. They're gonna find a way to shop in to buy something, or we always have to shop and buy something. Okay, even if you don't want to, you're gonna have to shop and buy something. You're gonna have to buy food. You're gonna have to buy clothes. You're gonna have to buy other accessories. You know, school supplies, whatever it is. You're gonna have to buy something, and that's what we have our hands on. Also, the skill sets that you learn here in DS Domination is something that you can take with you, regardless if the company is around or not. You know, it's a skill set that you can use for the rest of your life, and you cannot say that about, I don't think, any other company out there, to be honest, that you could say I got something from the product that I use, and it's something that I can use for the rest of my life to help me make money. So that's the unique spin about everything like this. Again, you're positioning yourself in a recession-proof business. You're positioning yourself with the #1 team in the company, the #1 team in network marketing, I believe, and you're positioning yourself in a business that could drastically change the quality of your life, and I'm talking about in a positive manner. So if you are on the fence, guys, I don't know, I'm pushing you off the fence right now, okay? Hopefully you landed on your feet. If not, forgive me, but I'm going to go ahead and push you off the fence and urge you all to go ahead and get started. Spending $20 9 months ago was the best decision I ever made in my life, even though when my sponsor told me he was selling pots and pans on eBay, it sounded pretty cool to me, but I wasn't honestly thinking, hey, I'm going to get rich doing this. I was just, okay, I just want to do something to make money, all right? And I gave it a shot, $20. I mean, to be honest, you know, we waste money on a lot of things. I wasted, how much money we spent in Benihana's? I don't know, about $40 on the plate or something. I didn't even eat all the food, and I had to throw it away because the hotel didn't have a microwave, and I'm still kind of mad about that, as you can tell. But, you know, wasted $40 on food that I couldn't even finish. All right, and there's other things, you know, waste money on gambling, playing lottery tickets. You don't have to play the lottery. All right, if you're going to gamble, why not take a risk with something like this, if you want to call it a risk, because compared to the other things that we could possibly be doing, the risk is minimum. And position yourself with this company because, again, it is changing lives. So I'm going to go ahead. Thank you, Dave, for jumping out. I'm going to go to Sean here really quick while you're here as well, and give you the opportunity to tell the world about yourself and what DS Domination has done for you, and what were your takeaways from the event this weekend.
Thanks, Reggie. Yeah, hold on a second there. Yeah, DS Domination for me has been life-changing. I joined it back in November. I believe the UOP was just around 1,000 at that time. We got over 11,000 members now, so it's been crazy to see the growth of the company, and it's been an honor for me to kind of be a part of the leadership of this company for the unit as well, which is pretty cool. But you know, I was in other network marketing companies in the past. I've been doing it for a few years. Never really made much money, failed completely, thousands of dollars down the drain. It just never really got good at the recruiting thing. Much of it was because I just never really believed in the product. You know, I'd sign up, I'd get involved, and you know, there was nothing to really sell people. You know, I was selling people the dream, I was selling people the hope, but there was really no product for them to use, right? When I saw DS Domination, I thought, man, this thing looks just so cool. And you know, the person who sent it to me was my sponsor in the previous program, and I didn't really like the guy. So I went and did a little bit of YouTube searching. I checked out the UOP. I saw some of your videos. I linked up with you. And I just thought, like most people did, I thought, you know what, I'm going to try this thing out. It's $20. What's the worst that happens? I lose $20. You know, my first month, I made maybe a couple $100. It wasn't anything special. My second month, I moved up to the next level, and I actually ended up selling over $7,000 of product on eBay, made just under $3,000. I recruited 40 people. You know, I proved the concept in December, and I really believed it. And I never recruited 40 people in my life, period. I was able to do it in a 1 month period. And I just grew from there. You know, March, I ended up making just under $8,000. April, I really took off with the Amazon selling. As you guys know, I saw, sorry, I have a bunch of videos out there. You can check it out. I sold over $25,000 of product I made over $12,000 in pure profits. It was absolutely fantastic. I never done anything like that in my life, and that came without recruiting. Now, I've also been really good at the recruiting side. I hit the top 10 in May. I'm actually number 3 right now in June. I know it's only June 4th, but it's pretty cool to see my name on the leaderboard for recruiting and being part of the affiliate program. That's something I never thought could happen. And it's just changed my life, just being able to be part of the leadership council. And Vegas was I mean, I'm speechless about Vegas. I just came back from that event. I feel unstoppable, untouchable. It's just, you come with so much energy and fire and passion when you come back from these events, just because you get to meet so many people, you get to see so many inspiring stories. Some of the people that you've helped and sharing their stories with you, telling you, they had their $300 days. I had one lady come up to me and tell her that she followed some of my training and made $7,000. I mean, income disclaimer, you're not all going to do that, but just to be able to touch people's lives like that, it's something that I've always wanted to do and just never dreamed would be possible with DS Domination. I had the opportunity actually to speak on stage down there too, which was just a really surreal experience. I really never thought that I would ever get that opportunity, and it's really just changed my life. It's allowed me to not have to worry about money anymore, starting to pay down a lot of debt. No longer am I a failure in the internet world. I finally have a company that I believe in, and the unit is just one big giant family from the leadership council on down. It was just amazing in Vegas to see all the camaraderie down there. Everybody was really friendly. We had an event at the off-site location. We packed the restaurant. I mean, I don't even think they had any more room to let anybody else in the thing. It was just so packed up. It was just an unreal, life-changing experience. And if you're watching this, guys, I mean, the stories are very similar. You have people that were at the end of the ropes with the network marketing industry. They were done with recruiting. They were ready to toss in the towel, and they said, you know what? I'm just going to toss in 20 bucks. What's the worst thing that can happen? And we all did it. We saw the potential. We proved the concept. We started moving up, and we said, you know what? I got to show this to other people, and turned into team builders. But not that guilt money you hear about. It's telling people because you see an opportunity in front of you. You see an opportunity that can help change lives, and why not share that with other people out there and help them build their life and change their life as well? So if you're watching this right now, somebody invited you here. You got to get on that. Click on the link below to get started. Don't click on the get more information button. There's nothing there for you. We're giving you all the information. Just get started right now, and I'm going to pass it back to Reggie. I don't think I got any much else to say on that.
All right, appreciate it, man. And tell me, I mean, you had an opportunity to speak on stage, and I want you to share with everybody. I mean, how did that feel to be able to speak on stage in front of 2,000 people?
Man, that was just, I'm speechless. Like, I didn't even know what to say. But, first it was a little nerve-wracking, and then looking out in the crowd, and you got people, the UOP that was representing there, they're standing on their feet cheering your name on, and it was just really cool to share my experience. 8 months ago, I was ready to toss in the towel and, just stick with the 9-to-5 career, and I was just a complete failure, and now I've established myself as some sort of leader in the organization, and something that somebody who helps people, and that people look up to in some sort of a way. And I don't even know what to say about that, because I'm just a humble person from Toronto, Canada. I'm not a guru. I'm nothing crazy special. I just came in, I worked hard, I believed in the system, I followed the system, I was passionate about it, and the results just came, and it's just unbelievable to see where I was 8 months ago, where I am now. And it was just a $20 decision. I didn't come in, go all in, start crushing Amazon, bringing 200 people in the business. I started at 20 bucks. I sold like a couple $100 and brought in 2 people in my first month, and I grew from there. So anything is possible, guys. If I can do it, I'm the most normal, down-to-earth, I was the worst marketer ever. I'm telling you that right now. The worst marketer of all time. If I can do it, to go from that to be able to speak on stage in front of 2,000 people, I mean, anybody can do this thing. Just click on the button, get started. And Reggie, I just appreciate everything you do for the team and me. And this guy is amazing. So you're gonna get access to all the tools that he's built for you if you join with us as well. And you just can't. I don't want to say you can't fail, but it's real hard to fail, man. It is real hard to fail. So with that, I'll toss it back to you, man. I'm talking a little bit too much over here.
All right, we're playing hot potato. Let me toss it back. All right, man. Yeah, I really appreciate you, man, and I'm really proud of you.
Thanks, bro.
And I'm excited and proud of the progress that you made over the past couple months to see where you've come from to where it has landed you, which is again one of the main reasons why I love this company. Because again, like you said, it doesn't really matter what your experience is or what it was or what your past successes or even what your past failures were. You can literally come into this company and apply the training or work the system that we have in place and literally become a, I'm not going to say an overnight success story, but you can become a success story with this company, which is absolutely amazing. And again, even if you decide that you don't want to share this with people, which honestly, I'm just a believer that if you're in the company, I know a lot of you all are in the company that's watching this hangout. First of all, you all should be taking screenshots right now, and you should be promoting the hangout like crazy on social media, especially when every speaker comes up. We should see on your wall every speaker screenshot with you sharing this opportunity, because if you've done anything before in the home-based business industry, which most people have, and I'm pretty sure you've promoted it, and a lot of it was garbage. Let's be honest, it was trash. It was some cycler or some garbage that you promoted to people that you knew doggone well they weren't going to make any money in. Why not share something that is as powerful as DS Domination, that anyone, regardless of background or experience, can come in and make money with the product, and that's without even telling anybody else about it. Why not share it with the world? We have something that can change the world and that can change the face of this industry here with DS Domination, but it all starts with you. The buck starts with you. So you all should be promoting, and for you all that are on the fence, you should be signing up and promoting and sharing this with everyone you know, because this is something that you can be proud about, that you can be excited about, because again, it's changing lives like you've heard tonight here on this hangout. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Miss Keisha Bass here out of the, I forgot which part of Washington you in. I'm having a brain fart right now, but she's in Washington on the West Coast. She is a rock star marketer. She also, well, I'm not going to steal your thunder. Go ahead and tell everybody about yourself and what were your takeaways from the Vegas event, and take over the rest of the hangout.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Reginald. First of all, can you guys hear me and see me okay? Because, like, I swear my internet my computer is just going wonky.
Yes, you're good.
I'm good? Okay, so I'll just know that yeah, it's just slow. Anyways, thank you so much, Reginald Stinson. Thank you for, I can't even, just say thank you enough, honestly. You already know that and stuff, and this won't be a Winning Women Network mush hangout, so I won't turn this into that. But the women on here actually do rock, okay? So, we outnumber you all. And we are here to show up. You guys, I am Keisha Bass. I'm so ecstatic. I'm still like, trying to figure out who am I, right? At this point, I'm like, okay, am I, where am I? What's going on here? But I'm so honored and blessed to be a part of this amazing company. I'm honored to be a part of the Unit of Prosperity, the most amazing team, inside the most amazing company that I've ever experienced. I got started, you all, on the internet in 2008, and if you had told me then it would have taken me, years to get here, I probably would have, kept going. Just kidding. But I just was sitting here writing some things, and I want to just share something with you, because actually I was supposed to do a coaching call tonight, and so I was trying to think about earlier, like, what was I going to say on the actual coaching call, but I wanted to share this with some of you that are watching tonight. And perhaps you are not inside of the company, right? You're sitting on the outside, on the sidelines, and you're saying, okay, can I do this? These guys, they've, of course, already came into this company, and they had a huge list, and they knew the owners and everything. They got founders' positions and all this stuff that you're playing over and over in your head, because that's what fear actually does, is it creates a story that, is not even true, honestly. And so I wanted to just, share with you just a little bit about how I got here, okay? So I wrote down one of the things, it took me 10 years to finish college, okay? And so it took me 10 years to finish college, okay? So I wasn't like, a 4.0 student or whatever. Not that I was dumb, but it just took me a while to get through it. My first job, and at the event, I had a check for $65,000, and I did that. I think, Reginald, I think I've been in about 7 months or so. I think I got started at the end of September. So you guys can see the picture all around. $65,000 in 7 months, and the reason why that's significant is because, like I said, it took me 10 years to finish college. Okay, and after I finished college, my first job, I earned $40,000 gross, okay, per year. So that means I brought home, those of you who are really good at math, you can kind of do the numbers and you'll know like how much money I actually brought home. So in 7 months, to be able to create, that type of income is just unbelievable, right? Second job I did about $60,000, and these are jobs I had for a couple years. So we're talking about, income that, people, I've gotten inside of a company and been able to produce income in a compressed time, right? Third job I did, I was doing, $92,000 a year plus bonuses, so it actually ended up, a six-figure income. But how long it took me to get to the income that I'm telling you that I made on paper from inside of corporate America. Not knocking corporate America, but to be able to get inside of an industry, and many of you are going to be able to do what I did, like in so much faster sense, right? If you got a hold of Genesis and you understand the power of Amazon, the FBA, and everything that is coming out inside this company, that's just a part of what's coming out in this company. If you understand the power of what you have in your hands, those of you who are inside the company, you are going to, do millions, okay, and not have to recruit a single person. Now, shame on you if you don't recruit anyone. I tell people all the time, the people come to me and say, I don't want to recruit. I said, that's okay. Your friends and family end up in my organization. I'm okay with that. I'll take very good care of them. I'll treat them just like family, and I'll collect checks, okay? That's fine. So this company is just amazing, and I'm excited. What I took away from the event was anything is possible, okay? Because for me to be on stage, someone who's not, I wasn't the best sponsor, like Sean said. I hadn't done, humongous numbers anywhere. So for me to be able to do that, I want you to know that anything is possible, okay? So awesome. So that's just a little bit about me, and I have some amazing rock stars. I have some team members that are here that I want to bring out, certainly. You guys can still hear me okay? Miss Tiffany Adams, I see you there. Why don't you go ahead and come out, Boss Lady Marketing. I call her Boss Lady. Come on out, Boss Lady, and tell us about yourself, how you got here, and like Rachel said, what did you take away from the event that happened over the weekend?
Sure. Hey, you guys. My name is Tiffany Adams, and I say I'm the Internet Entrepreneur and Project Manager. I started this business January the 20th. That's when I officially re-signed up. I think I signed up around November. Keisha sent me the link, and as we do sometimes, we just sign up for things and don't even look at it. A lot of things happened in the month of December, so I wasn't able to really get focused. So back in, actually I was in a car wreck. I totaled my car. A lot of things were going on in my personal life, and so after the calm, after the storm, I actually I was at looking at the Hangout one Monday night, and I saw the webinar, and I saw Reginald, Keisha, and a couple other people on the Hangout talking about this eBay business, and actually, just sat there and I said, let me go ahead and get started with this opportunity. I was in another opportunity at the time, and I said, let me just take a look at it, and I joined the opportunity. That night, I went through all 19 modules, and I started listing product on eBay. I was the one that was overachiever. So in 2 days, I didn't get a ching-ching. I said, wait a minute, I'm doing something wrong. So I went back through the training again, and I caught up something about titling. And I said, oh, I get it. I get what I'm doing wrong. And I redid my listings that I had, found some whole new items. And after me redoing my listings, I started getting sales. My first item was selling a pregnancy pillow. All right, I never had a child before in my life. I don't even know what to do with a pregnancy pillow. If you bought me one today, you'll probably go to sleep on it. But that was just the power of this business. And then from then on, I started selling more items. And about 2 weeks after I joined the business, I flew over to Germany for business. And throughout that time, I was selling items. I sell items. I signed up my first 2 people in the business because it was so simple, so easy to share this opportunity with other people. So my first month in DS Domination, I profited $650 in the business. Thank you for the snowstorm. I sold tons of snowblowers that month. while I was, flying and traveling, working this. And I do this part-time, you guys. I do have a full-time career. So for those of you who think that, oh, I have so much going on, I have a full-time career, I commute, I do all this stuff, it's an opportunity that you can do while you're making your exit strategy. So while you're writing your resignation letter because you're tired of working, you're tired of not getting the raise or the promotion or the recognition that you deserve, it's an exit strategy so that you can eventually write your resignation letter and build your own success story. And so that's why I use the acronym BOSS, because it really is about building your own success story within this opportunity. So I'm excited about being here. I've made in profit from my eBay sales and affiliate a total of $8,000 in this opportunity. So I'm extremely excited about that. I'm actually looking forward to tapping into Genesis. I called my dad up and said, hey, Daddy, we got something here. And we're very excited about moving forward in this opportunity. I've been able to sign up over 40 people in this opportunity as well. So again, doing it part-time, building my own success story with DS Domination. And I'm thankful that Keisha kept inboxing me and asked me, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Check out this link. So I'm excited about the opportunity and what it has in store for me for the next few months out of this year. My takeaway from the event was, first of all, I was completely blown away. One of the things that I do in my career is I do global drop shipping. So I drop ship all over the world. And so to have an opportunity that you don't have to worry about customs and freight forwarder and what paperwork you have and will it get, is the labeling properly, you don't have to deal with any of that. And so I'm excited about this whole Genesis product and the FBA with Amazon. I'm excited about this, and it just really let me see that I really can write my resignation letter a lot earlier than I thought. And so that's my takeaway from the event, is to get really focused on, my story, my success story that I'm trying to build in this organization. And I'm able to share it now with other individuals that you don't have, there is a way out. There is an exit strategy for doing what you're doing day in and day out. You don't have to be miserable, in your current situation. So I'm just excited from the event. I'm excited about, this FBA program. Like, I'm totally excited. We've been looking, and me and my dad, we've been strategizing together. He's my business partner for life. We had our own business when I was like 13 years old. He had me working in a business. So I'm excited about moving forward with this Domination. So if you're on the fence, if you think you don't have the time, I put in about 2 hours per day with this business. And if you was working a part-time job, you would put in much more time than that and getting a lot less results. So make the time for your future, make the time to build your own success story, and more importantly, make the time to partner with a phenomenal team, the Unit of Prosperity. Thank you so much, Keisha.
Let me unmute myself. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Tiffany, question for you, my dear. So, because I know that you're paid very well for what you do, right? And so can you kind of speak to the people that maybe listen to this and perhaps are in a six-figure job, right? And, they, 6-7-figure job, and they're thinking like, okay, really, you want me to, this is an exit strategy for someone who is I'm now doing 6 figures on a job. Can you kind of talk about, how is it that when you saw this, that it wasn't, that your mindset was not like, oh, it's a $20 thing. This is something way bigger that can actually retire you. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure. One of the things is, I told you I do global drop shipping. So seeing the power of e-commerce that I do right now in a business that you can get started for $20 was mind-blowing. And knowing that you can immediately make income just by selling the product. Another thing is, too, that I've seen six-figure income earners go into work one day and walk out the door with absolutely no exit strategy because, with the economy, they're being laid off. And they have husbands, they have wives, they have children, people in college, and they literally have no fallback plan for if something like this happened. So maybe you enjoy what you're doing. Maybe you do enjoy your job, but you don't have a solid fallback plan that you can truly build that income for if something do happen. The industry that I'm in is biotech and medical devices, and people buy and sell companies all the time. So I didn't think it was an issue at all to get started with this business because the market. And if you're a six-figure income earner, you've seen your market too. You've seen people come and go every single year in your job. My industry alone, we have purchased well over 10 companies in the last 5 years, which means that a lot of people have lost their jobs. And so having something to fall back on is a phenomenal, like DS Domination, is a way that you can, it's like Reginald said earlier, it's economy proof. You can do it regardless of what the economy is because you're always going to find someone who's willing to purchase merchandise.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, Tiffany. All right. Awesome. Let's keep on moving. Miss Shawn, are you there?
Sorry, I was updating Facebook.
Nice. I mean, nice. We only want 2,000 people on this hangout, so thank you for doing your part, Miss Shawn. Why don't you tell everyone tell everyone about yourself and how did you enjoy the Vegas event? Because I know you actually had a really good time. So awesome.
I did. It is kind of cool too now connecting with you guys again after meeting you in person, after meeting you online, and it's really cool putting warm bodies with these virtual images that I'm used to interacting with. About myself, I'm new to the industry, like totally. I had joined one company before, but I only stayed in for 3 months because I didn't see any type of return, and it wasn't that I didn't put my 100% effort into it. I bought into the dream, and I gave my best. I gave my money, and it just didn't work out for me. And me being a single mom, I can't afford to just throw my money somewhere where it's just a dream. I need something that's real, something that's concrete, and something that produces results. And I'm not blowing smoke. This is honest truth. Just like Tiffany Adams just said, you can have immediate results. If you follow the training, you list your stuff on eBay, you will sell something. And I made my first sale in 2 days after listing the item, and it was a little makeup brush kit that I found for a nice little price. Made a little profit on it, and it's been going ever since. And with focus, with determination, you can do a lot. I mean, I was on a budget like everybody else, and I set goals for myself, actually, which I did learn from Keisha Bass, writing down your goals and stuff, and it really made a difference. And I just want to say that for May was my most profitable month to date on eBay. I made $3,000 in sales. Roughly half of that was profit. And that was really big for me because, you know, like I said, I never sold on eBay. They gave me they raised my limits as well. So June is going to be on. I'm going to be listing like crazy for this point on, so I can max my listings out. And I also just wanted to say that right now I have 87 people on my team right now, and I never recruited anybody before. That wasn't my thing. But you don't have to recruit. People just come to you when they see your passion, your enthusiasm, and obviously your results. So I was just posting stuff like, hey, I just sold something on eBay and I made this much money in profit, and people just started coming to me. And like Keisha said, not sharing it, it really is doing people a disservice because this is like the easiest money I think I ever made before. It takes you 5 minutes to put something up on eBay and 5 minutes to fill an order, if it even takes that long. I'm just starting to get into the Amazon side. I've sold a few things on Amazon, and the Amazon is fast. I sold some things on Amazon really quickly, so I'm happy about that. As far as the Vegas event, that was, you know what, like I said, I'm new to the industry, but what I've heard was live events are just fluff and just ways to get the company money. But I feel like our event was made to obviously grow personal relationships, networking, give you information, and help you. The creators of DS Domination really care about us, and I've never felt like that before. The only time I felt like that was when I was in the Marine Corps. I am a Marine, and I really felt like Marines took care of each other. And since then, I was a government contractor, you know, self-employed, all types. I've done everything. I'm a free spirit. And this felt real. This did feel like family. I'm a real skeptical person, and no, it was real. Like I said, and meeting everyone and the owners, they don't just want your money, and I do want to stress that they made their money. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you talk to your kids at school and they goofing off at school, and you go, look, I graduated already. You the one who needs to do this. So with Hitesh, he's one of the creators of the program. He said, you know what? Look, you can't magically make money by hugging us or just soaking up these things magically. You do have to do the work, but we did what we had to do to make it as easy as possible for you, to make it profitable for you, to protect you. So they don't just throw stuff out there, give it to us, and leave us hanging in the wind. You will never be left hanging. I will say that, me personally as a sponsor, everybody on this panel, all the way up the chain to the founders of this company, they are not about leaving people hanging. They are not about taking your money. They are about helping you be profitable as possible. And they will even tell you, if you're not ready to make that step and spend, upgrade to the next level of training, don't do it. We don't need your money like that. What we need you to do is do well at the level you are in and continue from there. So that, to me, when I heard Hitesh say that on stage, that blew my mind, because I did believe in everything. I love everybody, but just to see it for myself, see him, hear it in person, for him to say, hey, you don't have to buy this when you're ready, or buy this when you're doing A, B, C, and D, that, I loved it. I loved it.
Awesome. So the next event, so Sean, there's an event, okay?
Okay.
So, if they were selling tickets for the event on Sunday, would you have bought a ticket for the next event?
Yes. Hands down, I would have bought another ticket right then and there, because the value was definitely there. I learned so much, and I'm setting up time with my team to give them everything that I soaked up. And just like somebody earlier said, if you missed the event, sorry that you missed it. I'm going to give you what I can. It's hard getting stuff second and third hand, but I'm going to do the best I can to relay the information. And again, people are here for you in this team. The Unit of Prosperity is the best team. I actually got to meet people from other teams in DS Domination who don't have a fraction of what we have as far as camaraderie, team spirit, teamwork, support, marketing tools, training. This is amazing. I'm speechless, and I'm not really a speechless type of person. I always got words for stuff. I'm speechless.
Well, awesome. Well, thanks so much, my dear, and I hope you feel better and all that good stuff. And I'm going to keep on moving. I see we got some new people that have joined us. Shawnette, are you there?
I'm here.
Uh-oh. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Hey, there you are. All right, tell them about yourself and how did you enjoy the event?
Okay, so Shawnette Sampson, Seattle, Washington. I'm just gonna I'm gonna try to do it as quick as possible. My history and my background. Of course, the way I found DS Domination was by way of Keisha. And of course, I trust anything she's done. We've done some stuff in the past before, so I trust everything she does. And so, of course, I didn't even question what she was offering to me. I didn't take it serious at first because I was focused on another company I was a part of, and I thought I was going to be able to be successful in that company. And then one day I looked behind in my back office and noticed I had paid over $6,000 over a year's time and never made anything from that company but $100. And when DS Domination came about, I was at a place, or I'm in a place, where I had to make a choice. And I'm a single mom with 2 young girls. And 5 years ago, when I used to own and operate a mortgage company. And when the bubble burst, my company went down with it. But not only did my company go down with it, but my health fell at the same time. So there was 2 years where I was struggling financially, and my health, and I was working on reversing my health conditions because I refused medication. And so, of course, for me, I struggled financially, and I took a hit. And I chose to file Chapter 7 bankruptcy. And I basically put everything in the bankruptcy, including my house, including my car. And I was thinking that I was going to leave or have to leave the house. I never once had to leave the house. But then it got to last year where I said, it's time for me. I want my life back. I'm ready to get on, do something better with my life. And so I chose to go ahead and move forward with giving up my house or selling my house to someone else. I didn't even have a plan to do it, but I knew that it was time for me to start moving forward with my life and with my girls. And so basically, for me, for DS Domination, it was an answered prayer for me because I had no idea. You know, I've been self-employed since for over 14, 15 years, so I don't have anyone to say yes or to vouch my income, or I can show, you know, that I worked for somebody. The only person I can vouch for is myself. So I saw DS Domination, and I saw what was possible with that. And I knew that with the system and seeing what was going on, and, you know, just even seeing Keisha and Reginald, all the people's success, I was like, I know that's possible for me and my daughters. So I saw that as that gateway to ensure that when I have to move out of this house, I have a sustainable income, and that me and my daughters, we're not going to be homeless. That's not an option for me. And so when I saw it, and that's what has provided me that comfort, knowing that we're going to be okay. And, you know, even with my daughters, just recently I was having a conversation with them, and I was telling them, I said, you know, we're coming back. I said, we're going to be able to go shopping again. We're going to be able to do stuff again. Oh, God. I was like, you know, and my daughter said, what are you talking about? I said, oh, my, and I didn't realize my daughters have never, as long as my daughters, you know, I have a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old, and for as long as they've been old enough to recognize, all they've known is for me to struggle. And I was like, you guys don't remember when we used to go shopping and do all these things and go on trips? And they're like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, well, now with this opportunity, we get to experience that again. We get to experience going traveling again. We get to experience going, you know, just to go do stuff and be able to help other people. I said, we're there. We're getting ready to be there. So, you know, just being a part of this opportunity has been amazing. And, you know, DS Domination is so important to me, and the opportunity is like, you know, the event was on the same weekend as my daughter's performance, and I've never missed one of their performances. But I sat down with them and said, you know, I need to go here. Are you guys okay with me missing your performance? And there's like, and they understood and they said, Mom, go. And, you know, I have my family to support me and help me to make sure they made it to their show and do everything to ensure that we were there, and that I was there to ensure that, you know, our future is going to be so much brighter and so much better. And, you know, and for me, it's very important to have sustainable income, because, again, like I said, when I was going through because I also own a real estate company, but that's why it's important for me to have that residual income on the affiliate side, is because that's what stopped my foreclosure a couple years ago before I did a bankruptcy. It's because I had residual income coming in because other people were working under my license. And so I understand the power of residual income. And so it's in, you know, now I have a team. I've been in, you know, network marketing for a while. I've never had a team. Now I have a team of about 20 active people. And, you know, people's come and gone, but they're active and they're happy. And, you know, and so I'm just grateful to be here. And, you know, going to the event, I got to see something I've never experienced before. You know, I was like, everybody's happy. And it was a genuine happiness. It's because you can tell that everybody was just free, because, you know, a lot of people have, you know, have the same stories. I've went through some things, and you could just see that they're just free, and they're you know, secure in their future, in their lives. And so, and then of course, you know, the owners, you know, I didn't get to really meet them personally, but to see them and hear them, and, you know, everybody's spirits was just so genuine. So I'm just grateful to be here, and I'm grateful for you, Keisha.
I'm grateful for you. Okay, I'm grateful for this whole community. It's, you know, it takes sacrifice. You know, that's the one thing that I would say, it takes sacrifice. Actually, my son was graduating from middle school to going to high school, and so my husband and I, we had to make some decisions on, you know, what we were going to do over the weekend. And so it was like, my husband said, I'll stay back and make sure he gets through that, you know, his transition from, you know, from middle school to high school properly, so that I could go on. Well, I got on to that Thursday night. I left, I think, on Wednesday night. I got so ill on, you know, I got so ill on Wednesday. I was coughing and hacking, and I was like, but you know what? It's called sacrifice. I got to keep pushing. And many of you are on this hangout tonight, you know, and you're at a point right now. You're at the edge of a breakthrough. Okay, I mean, you're sitting like if this was the edge of a mountain, I mean, you're on the edge of a breakthrough, right? And then the setbacks will come to just make you retreat and be like, no, I'll just, you know, because I could have easily, like, really, I mean, and Tiffany will tell you, I mean, everybody was like, Keisha, you really got to go lay down. You really got to get in the bed. And I thought, you know what, this is like, I felt like Michael Jordan, like, this is the game. They say Michael Jordan played his best game with the flu. He had the flu, and he played, his best game. And I was like, this is game time. I have to push through it. And you know what? As I did feel better. And I couldn't even sleep because I was thinking about all the people that were there that I had met online, that I had been talking to, had been, connecting with on Hangouts and everything. So many of you tonight, it's not time for you to give up. It's time for you to click the button, click join now. It's time for you to get started, and forget about, all the, the setbacks and all the things how many times you failed in the past. It doesn't matter. Today is a new day. You can start over today. This is a new company, new day, new people that are ready to just push you on to your next level of greatness, okay? That's what you're going to have to do. And this thing is just, is just push through and say, you know what? I get a second chance at this thing again. Some of you getting a fourth a chance, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh. Some of you been divorced and remarried and everything you've done is just failed. But you know what? It's okay. It's really okay. So we want you to get started tonight on something that I promise you, it's going to change your life. I know it will. Now, results may vary, right? You may not get in and be able to sponsor 20 people like Shawnette, or, a team of 80 like Shawn, or anything. But we know that it's possible, okay? It's definitely possible for you to get in here and be you. I would hope that you do better than I do, okay? I mean, what I've done is great, but I would hope that you would get in and you would do it in record time. You would do it in 90 days what I've done in 7, right? It's possible. And this industry is actually a level playing field. It doesn't matter. It's not like at your job. At my job, you know what? I was making, a certain amount of money, and even if I was good enough to make more than my manager, they never would give me more money than him, because it was all this hierarchy, and, because he had gotten in before I did, and it just was like, it was politically incorrect for your subordinate to make more money than you. Not here. Okay, you can get in and make way more money than your upline, because your upline may not do a single thing. Okay, so I just want you to get in. Okay, if you can't tell by now, I'm passionate about you getting started tonight, and so I'm going to keep on moving. Look, everybody, Torsky, don't laugh at me, Torsky. Okay, you guys know I get all fired up, and I be like, you know what? Get started, because Torsky's at her son's practice. She's like probably in some room somewhere, but we got to make it happen, right? This is the time, this is the season where you just make it happen. You do what you have to do, right? Whether you have to do hangouts, from the closet of your kid's bedroom until you're in a house or something where you got space and room, then you just do what you have to do to get where you want to get, okay? And that's what the Bass fam is doing. We don't care, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter, all right? Cool. Right, Shawn? Doesn't matter. She's sick. She's on the hangout. We're getting it done, okay? All right. Kay, Cornelius. I think I got everybody. I hope so. Look at Yvonne over there. Yvonne's like, okay, I knew he's coming out pretty soon, okay? Like, Kay, Cornelius.
Yeah. Hey, Keisha, you got us pumped on this panel. I'm
telling you. Excited, okay? We're getting ready to do some serious money in this, okay? We're getting ready to do some serious money. I'm not lying to you. I'm so serious. And you know what? Hey, we can either take people with us, right? Yeah. Or we won't. Yeah. If not this, then what? I don't know, but I know it's going to be this for the Bass family. So go ahead, take it away, Kay.
Well, I am definitely a believer that it is possible for me and my family. Guys, I actually went to the Vegas event. I got to meet Keisha Bass and Reginald Stinson. And I've known them from being online, but I have never met them face to face. And when I saw them on stage receiving those checks, it just really touched me, because, I've been to other events, and when you see leaders and companies, they're so far from you that you really don't, you're happy for them, but, it's just a different feeling. And to know that they were on stage receiving these checks, I tell you, I did tear up. I was just filled with so much happiness and joy for them. And it was sincere, because Reginald and Keisha have poured their hearts out to us to help us and to assist us in this business. And I'm so grateful that I know them. But guys, my name is Kay Cornelius. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm a tax manager by trade, and I'm a business owner and drop shipper part-time. And I actually was in another internet marketing company before I joined Domination. And the way I joined DS Domination, I tell this to everybody, I actually saw someone post something on Facebook, and they did a video about DS Domination, and they were in the same company that I was in, and they was actually, I won't say they were bashing DS Domination, but they was basically saying, you know, it's not true that you don't have to recruit and all this other stuff. And so it made me want to click the link and listen to the video. And so once I listened to the video, I said, well, let me see for myself what DS Domination is all about. And once I found out that the company, they're teaching us how to sell online, eBay and Amazon, without ever having to touch the product, I was sold. I was not skeptical. I was sold because I wanted to learn how to sell online. I knew that's where it was at. You know, you see local companies and businesses going out of business because of the economy around them affects their business. And so I knew I wanted to be a business owner, but I wanted to sell across the world. And so that's why I got sold by DS Domination. And when I joined, I did not want to recruit. And the reason why is because the last company I was in, you know, I spent a lot of money in that company, and I can say I learned a lot. I learned how to market online, but I didn't make not $1. And so when I joined DS Domination, I wanted to see if it was going to work for me. And, you know, when I joined, I actually was kind of slow with it. You know, I didn't have a cha-ching within 24 hours. It took me a while, actually. I was just being slow with it, and I still was in the other company. But when I had my first cha-ching, I was sold. I was a believer that it worked. And at that point, I knew I had to share it with other people that I know who are looking for an opportunity or is in an opportunity. They're not making any money. I mean, I've had conversations with people in my prior company, and they were making no money. So I knew it was a responsibility that I had to share this opportunity with them. And this is the first company that I've actually been able to recruit. I'm not a recruiter, and you know, that's just not my skill set. But I have 7 people on my team now. And you know, when you tell people what you do, you say, "Hey, I'm selling on eBay and Amazon." People know Amazon, they know eBay. It's like a win-win, you know. Now there are some people, they say, well, it's $20, and they struggle with that. And my thing is this: I tell them, we spend $20 on just on things that have no value. And I think sometimes people see it as a commitment. People sometimes are scared to commit to something. But I tell them all the time, it's $20. At least you can see, what it can do for you, which is what it did for me. But I'm glad I joined. I have connected with people online on Facebook from across the U.S. that I don't even know, but because we share a common goal, a common bond, I'm telling you, it's like I've known them for years. I have several people that I talk to. We can sit on the phone for like hours masterminding. And, I love my family, I love my friends, but it's nothing like being able to have that type of relationship with someone who shares similar goals as yourself. So I know I'm in the right place. I know that UOP is definitely my family. The leaders reach out to you. There's so much support there. And I just have nothing but good things. I'm telling you, the Vegas event, I have been to other company events before. And, a lot of times it is the rah-rah. A lot of times it is to pump you up, get you motivated, and so forth. But DS Domination, the first company event, it was content-packed. And I am serious. I mean, they gave us things that can help us in our business. When I got back home, I had a page full of notes that I was able to start implementing in my business. So, I was glad that I went. I was able to meet people who are, earning 5 figures per month. They were willing to share what's working for them. And I mean, I was in several different masterminds, and you just don't find that. And so I know definitely I will be at the next event, and hopefully I'll be on stage. That's my goal, is to be on stage. So.
Okay, I muted myself again. Set your intentions. Okay, you guys can hear me now? Awesome. Set your intentions, where you're going to be, and it is possible. I mean, yeah, I ain't had no special connections, honestly, so I just knew Reginald Stinson, though. I'm just messing. All right. So thank you, Kay. I look forward to seeing you on stage, my dear, because you got everything that it takes, to be there. So why not you, huh?
Thank you.
No problem. Looks like we got somebody. Sienna, are you there, my dear? You actually just unmute yourself, and we can't hear you. There you go. How are you doing? Oh, we can't hear. Can you guys hear? I can't hear you. I can't hear you, my dear. No.
You can't hear her. She's unmuted, but I think something is wrong with her mic. It's not linked up properly.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Sienna, maybe next time or whatever. I think I got everybody. Reginald, is there anything else you want to add tonight since you already came out and stuff? What do you see? I mean, so let me just ask you this, Reginald. I mean, over $200,000 in 7 months, builds a team of, I mean, almost like you said, 13,000 people. What is your vision for the future? Okay, where are we going with this?
Well, actually, I was shortchanging that number. You saw what I posted in the chat. We actually have 22,000 people on our team.
Sorry.
So, the only reason I know is because Roger had asked me how many, because I wasn't really paying attention, honestly. But what I see for the future, I see us having over 100,000 members on our team. I see at least 100 millionaires and thousands of six-figure income earners on the team, and I see this happening in a very short time span. It's going to happen very quickly. I believe it's going to happen within the next 1 to 2 years with this team. How it feels, honestly, to make $200,000, I mean, it feels good. We're living a better life, a stress-free life. Don't have to avoid phone calls anymore from those 800 numbers. Don't have to, go to school to put your student loans in deferment. Those type of things that a lot of people do. Or here's the funny thing: my wife and I was actually talking about this. We actually used to go out with friends to eat and don't eat. We just go to socialize. We were so broke we couldn't even buy food. And,
Wow.
and some of you all, may be in situations like that. But the reality is, guys, you have an opportunity here to design a better life because you deserve more. Don't get complacent with where you are, especially if you hate where you are. And you may be saying, well, I don't have time. You may work all these hours, but you're going to have to come to a place to where you're going to have to make time to have time, or you never will have time. Because I've been there before. I was at a point to where I used to work 3 jobs and had a business on top of that and going to school. But I found time to work my business because that wasn't the life that I wanted to keep living for the rest of my life. Because if I didn't make that sacrifice initially, I would probably still be doing the same thing. We would probably be still living paycheck to paycheck, probably still be eating fast food for dinner most nights, probably will still be on welfare, probably will still be getting cars repossessed, or if not doing that, probably still going to the buy here, pay here lots. And I'm not knocking people that do that because you have to do what you have to do, but here's the reality. It's a difference between going to a buy here, pay here lot, which most of those buy here, pay here lots, those are wrecked cars that have been rebuilt and all that type of stuff. And it's another thing getting a buy here, pay here car repossessed at work. And, that is the most embarrassing thing in that ever happened to me in my life, to get my car repossessed at work. And to be able to actually, again, come from all of that, looking at all of that, I can laugh about it now, but it wasn't funny when it happened. But to come from all of that, to actually be able to go on a real dealership, not a buy here, pay here lot, and purchase new vehicles without really caring about how much it costs. Or my mom, for example, who knocked me upside my head when I was little and threw stuff at me and all this. to get me to where I am right now, to be able to take care of her, because she really sacrificed a whole lot to provide for my family. To be able to help her out now, because she never had a new car. I mean, it feels awesome. But aside from that, the reason why we do this is, I think I said this at the event, I consider this a form of ministry, even though it's not necessarily, with your typical ministry when you're talking about church, but it's a ministry in a sense, to where we're able to help a whole lot of people. And for the first time, when it comes to my purpose in life, I feel like I'm walking in my purpose. I'm able to help more people to live a better life, to not settle for poverty, but actually show them a better way, and know that the way that I'm showing them that it's actually possible this time. I'm not selling fantasies. I'm not selling stuff that is fictional. I'm actually selling them something that can actually happen, that can actually come true if they apply what's being taught. So with that being said, I'm done, because I can go on and on about this. You done got me amped up now, but I'm just excited, man, because from where we've come from to where we are now, it's a complete difference. So I'm just excited, and I'm excited about you as well, your success, and everybody's success on here for the most part.
Yeah, it's awesome. I was looking at you as you were talking, and you were talking about ministry, and we're gonna let you all go, because we get on the phone and we just like go from one thing to the next. But your name is the hope giver, and the reality is, people, Reginald, people have just lost hope, right? They just don't, they don't have any hope. I had someone that signed up with me, and she was in for about, maybe this after I came back from Vegas. She saw the check, right? So the people who joined me before they saw the check, awesome, right? She saw the check, she saw everything, but she assumed that when I got in, I had a whole bunch of money and I didn't struggle and everything was perfect for me. And so she was like, she just quit, just gave up on herself. And I'm thinking, like, so what are you gonna do? You're gonna go back to what? And that's the question that you asked us, many of us, when we first got into this company with, and locked arms with you, was like, what are you gonna go back to, right? So for me, it was like, well, emergency unemployment has stopped. December 28th was the last check. So what was I gonna do? I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna do exactly what, and if I can give you guys some secrets, I've given them out so many times, but if I can give you some secrets, when I got in, Reginald was like, man, this is what you do, A, B, and C. Even though it didn't make sense to me, I was like, well, I would do it this way. I didn't have no money, right? I don't have no results. My results are here. I don't have, any money. And so I'm not going to argue with someone who had already at that point created I don't know how much money, right? And I just did what I was crazy enough to just do what he said do, knowing that he had my best interest, at heart. And, to stand on the stage, I mean, I was 10 and I was excited about my 10 because, I can look and see my leader number one and knowing that this is possible. You know what I'm saying? You paved the way for, for all of us, to be on stage. And, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, I appreciate you, bro. Okay? We didn't turn this into an interview, so. I appreciate you. Those of you who are, watching tonight, it's just a matter of you getting started. It's a $19.95. People say $20. That's 5 cents more than what it is. It's a $19.95 decision, which is less than the cost of you going to get pizza, especially in Seattle. I can't even go get pizza for that price. So it's a very simple decision that will change your life if you allow it to. So anything else, Rich?
Let's try Sienna again. Sienna, can you talk? Try to unmute yourself. If not, we're going to clap our hands and end the hangout. No, I'm just kidding. You can hit the unmute button in the middle.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yay! We got you.
Yay! Yep. Hopefully it stays that way.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to say a big thank you to Reginald Stinson, and congratulations, on your success within DSD, and thank you for creating a unit of prosperity, because it has truly changed my life since I've been a part of the unit. Thank you, Keisha Bass, and congratulations to you as well. And basically, I'm just going to be real quick. I'm a little nervous. I've never done this before, but basically I started with DS Domination back in November, and it was a life-changing decision for me. I realized about 48 hours after I joined and I watched the training videos and I listed my items on eBay, about 48 hours after that, I had my first sale. And I just couldn't believe it because I had done so many other, been involved in so many other network marketing companies. I've been involved in MLM companies, and I did not have success with any of them actually. And to find something where I was actually able to produce results in that short period of time was very exciting for me, and it actually gave me that boost that I needed to push forward, of course, because you see that you make a sale, so you want to continue doing what you're doing in order to make more sales. So yeah, my first sale within 48 hours, and I kind of started off a little slow. I didn't put as much time to it as I have been putting into it recently, but in the past 2 months, I've actually put a lot more time into it. I have my own business also, so before I was more so focused on, my personal business prior to my e-commerce business. And the past 2 months, I've actually taken more time to put into listing items and the training in DS Domination, and it's definitely shown. In the last 2 months, I've actually been able to produce over $10,000 in sales on eBay alone, and it's just been amazing. It's been very exciting, and I'm just so ready for more. I'm so grateful for DS Domination. It has truly changed my life, and I just feel like I can't keep this a secret. Everybody who I know, I have to share this with. So if you're out there and you have not joined, 1995 is all that it is. I mean, $20, you spend more than that on a dinner for yourself and your spouse or your kids or whatever. So I mean, definitely it's a smart investment. Most people recoup their investment back within 24 to 48 hours. So I mean, why not? And that's pretty much all I have to say there. So thank you for letting me share.
Awesome.
I
Reginald,
was
you
gonna
still say
say,
that.
if you all don't join DS Domination for anything else, join because it's the right thing. It's the cool thing to do. See, these are some of the most coolest people I ever been around. Seriously, if you don't join for anything else, just join for the social aspect. Even though the money is great, it's really great. But this just came to my mind. Some of you all don't have a social life. Let's be honest. So if you're looking for some cool people to be around that will inspire you, that will empower you, align yourself with the unit of prosperity. These people are so cool. Look at them. Look at them. They're cool. So, it's cool. You want to be around the cool people. So if you want to be around the cool people and do the right thing, and not only you're doing that for the social aspect of things, but also you're aligning yourself with really powerful but yet humble people. They're very humble, but they're very powerful people on this panel here tonight. Then click the green button below and get started. Because not only do you want to align yourself with the proper leadership, that is excellent. That is perfect. That's what you want to do. But you want to align yourself with humble leadership as well. And that's what you have here with the unit of prosperity with everyone that's on this panel here tonight. So go ahead and click the link below and get started. We look forward to working with you and inspiring you and empowering you. And until next time, we probably will have another hangout or something going on Thursday. I have no idea. But anyway, get with the person who invited you to this hangout. Thank them, hug them, blow a virtual kiss, a high five, or whatever you need to do, because this opportunity can potentially change your life like it has over, I don't know, thousands, tens of thousands of people across the world. So with that being said, we're going to wrap the the hangout up, and we'll see you all on the next one. Take care. God bless.